If you think Canva can just help you with some cute templates for your Instagram page, then you're probably not using it to its full potential. In today's Canva tutorial, you'll discover how this brand new Canva update can support your business in all the key areas like marketing, sales, HR, and creative work. It's called WorkKit, and I'll show you exactly what it is and how to use it. This video is also very kindly sponsored by HubSpot, but more on it a little later. I'm Natalia, and I help you create better content and grow on social media, so let's do this. And we need to address the elephant in the room though. What even are WorkKits? I've noticed that people weren't really sure what they were when they first got introduced at Canva Create in 2024, trying to figure out if it's like a new feature or a visual update as part of the new glow up, new templates, and frankly, it's all of these wrapped up into one, or rather 6, I should say. Now, WorkKits are 6 separate hubs, little tabs that you can go to within Canva, built to support workflows in 4 different areas, so marketing, sales, HR, and creative, plus 2 for students and teachers. They all come with a curated collection of templates, of resources, and tools to support your work in these areas. Now, it seemed from Canva Create like it's a big thing aimed at massive organizations, but it's actually not just the case. Even though the focus was big on Canva Enterprise, I really believe they can support your work even if you're a small business owner or a creator, and I'll try to show this to you here. Now, let's start by showing you where they live. When you're on the homepage, you can click Templates in here, and then you find WorkKits in this section. Now, first, it gives you a brief rundown of the key elements and really then shows all the different sections. And from here at the top, you will be able to choose one. So let's start with marketing. Now, one of the most exciting features of the marketing kit, and actually the other kits as well, are the new integrations that come with it. If you've been watching my videos for some time, you'll know how much I'm obsessed with smooth workflows and efficient systems. So this one makes me really, really happy. Instead of jumping from app to update progress, to tick tasks, or to upload assets from Canva, so many apps now integrate within it. So all you have to do is to link the two and you're good to go. Now, my favorite example here has to be Asana, which I think is one of the most intuitive yet comprehensive project management tools out there. Now, once you connect it, you can export designs right into the project. So let me jump into Canva actually to show you what it looks like. So if I go in here and type in Asana, you can find it like this. And this is where it's at. Once you select your workspace, you'll see this panel in here with all of your different projects. So let's say I want to jump into the Canva course launch. And in here, you will be able to see straight from within Canva all the different tasks that I've got within this board. And from here, let's say this pertains to creating content, for example. So if that would be my content calendar, I would be able to just tick the tasks straight from here. So say I've just designed this Instagram carousel. I don't have to, again, jump to Asana to change things up in there. I can just tick it from here. Now, what else I'd be able to do is to just open up this task in here. And from here, you can see that I can also comment, and I will be able to also add this design into it. So I can literally grab this file and upload it into Asana. So that makes everything super smooth. And I think it's a super cool option. And I have a whole video actually on how to use Asana to stay on top all of your tasks. So if you're curious, you can check it out after this video right here. Same goes for so many other apps like Monday.com or Slack. So check out if there are other tools that you use that integrate within Canva after this update. Next, we have an update to the bulk create feature, which is one of the most useful tools for marketers within Canva. We can now use Excel spreadsheets with XLSX file format and use images in the spreadsheet to create your designs. Now, I'm going to give you a brief demo of how it works, but you want to check out this one for a full updated tutorial on it, where I show you exactly how to create content with it. Now, to access bulk create, you need to jump into the editor and then go to the left panel and select apps. Now, you can see that I actually have bulk create in here at the bottom just because I've used it recently. And once you use an app, it usually gets retained underneath this bar in here, but you would be able to just click away from it. I'll go to apps just to show you where to find it. And then once you scroll down, you can see bulk create right in here. Or if you want, you can just type in bulk create into the search bar in here. I'll open bulk create from here. And what you can see is that this first step for this process is to add your data. data. Now, first, you would be able to do it manually from here. So you can literally like paste your data in here or type it out. You can add more text or more images. So you can do it from here. But I want to show you this worksheet method. So I'll upload my data from here. I'll go to gradients and I've got this one in here. And now what you can see in here is that you can first select the sheet. So I've got my only sheet that I've created within this worksheet. Then you've got the range. So it's just for you to see if the data that was selected is correct. So this one is actually correct. And you can see the range preview. So I have 3 columns in my worksheets. I've got my inspirational quote, my author, and then my photo in here. And you can see that there's an image actually. So I'm happy with it, so I can continue. Now, the next part is to actually connect the data. And just because I was testing this worksheet and this particular template that I've created before, it's actually connected, but I'll show you exactly how to do it. So once you click on one piece of text, I've got my quote in here, my author in here, and then this part below is actually a frame. So for this particular worksheet, I want to use this to insert different gradients as the backgrounds for my quotes. And of course, this is the place where my quote would be filled. So once I right click on the element, I can go to connect data. And from here, you will be able to see 2 different columns corresponding to text within my worksheet. You can see that the other one is actually a photo, so you won't be able to connect text to this one. So I'll go for inspirational quote just to make sure that's connected correctly. Connect data for the author. So I've got the author in here. I think it actually disconnected it. So let's do it again. So connect data, inspirational quote, connect data, author, and then I want to click on this frame below and I can just connect data, and you can see that the only option will be the photo option just because it's a frame. So it knows exactly what kind of a file it wants. And voila, you can see that it opened up another design for me with all the different posts that it created for me from this spreadsheet. So you can see that in here at the top, I've got bulk 1. So this means that it's a new file, and all of these quotes were sorted for me. Just because all of these quotes vary in length, you would need to probably just, change things up in terms of the alignment just to make sure that everything looks nice and polished, but it shouldn't take you more than a couple of minutes to do so. But if you go to the thumbnail view in here, you see that I've got all of these posts literally sorted for me. So I would be able to increase the frequency of my posting just by sprinkling that in onto my content calendar, which I find is really amazing. And all of these posts don't have to be quotes. You would be able to create tips with bulk create. You can even create carousels with images. So this is an incredible tool for you to be able to sprinkle in more content and up the frequency of your posting. Now, if you want to know how to really attract your ideal audience with all that content and finally grow on the platform, then I suggest you check out the Instagram engagement report. I've left a link for you down in the description box to download it for free. And it's one thing to create content consistently, but without knowledge and strategy to guide you, you're less likely to get real results. This report is such a fabulous tool because it gives you actionable insights and strategies to drive more engagement based on real tried and tested data. It goes through the best types of content for different goals, the types of content that marketers actually post on Instagram right now, and gives you tips on social selling, among others. What I love about it the most is that it gives you current data on the best posting times, which may be quite surprising to some of you, and goes through the best practices to create content that connects with audiences, which is literally such an amazing foundation to content creation. It could easily be treated as a checklist for when you sit down to plan and execute your content. This resource was made by HubSpot, who's kindly sponsoring this video. So thank you so much, and a big shout out to them for creating such an awesome tool for us. Now, with Instagram engagement in mind, you'd be able to attract your audience in many ways, and one of them is with a really engaging campaign. Now, here's where the marketing workkit can help us too. Now, this particular workkit includes templates that are really useful every step of the way, from creating a campaign strategy presentation. You can create a brief. You can also have a timeline to manage the progress and a campaign report at the very end as well. Now, let me show you what the campaign strategy presentation looks like to show you how great all of these templates are. So it takes you to this panel in here, so you can customize this template as you would with anything else. Now let's scroll through this one so you can see that you've got the agenda in here, and then it takes you all the way from the marketing objectives in here. You've got a whole target audience breakdown, so you can have all the details input into this presentation, up to the timeline, the deliverables. You've got content concepts in here, and then you've got the team managing it. So you would be able to, of course, build on top of that. But since all of these templates within the work kits were actually created with the help of the actual Canva teams, so in this case, it would be the marketing team, they are actually based on real life processes, which is not only inspiring, but it's also quite actionable. This is where I feel that the power of these work kits really lies. Now, when you scroll down, you can see the sections for lifecycle marketing in here with a content plan. You've got user personas presentations, which I love because it helps you really uncover crucial information about your audience and then to humanize them in your mind so that every time you create content, you can actually talk directly to them in that content in a much more relatable way. There's also a social media section in here where you've got your style guide, for example, which is fantastic even as a solo content creator. And say you're, only just starting to work with a VA, you would be able to use this as well. Now, this will help you get on the same page regarding your brand's visual identity for socials as well. If we scroll down, we've got the go-to-market strategy templates, we've got the product launch checklist, the market analysis, we've got competitive analysis whiteboard, and a brand positioning map in here. And then we've got campaign assets. From here, you would be able to create crucial pieces of content or to optimize your profiles to align with your current campaign. So as an example, if you'd be running like a summer sale of 20% off for a specific collection of products, you would be able to quickly create, say, a short form video promoting it from here. Now, below these templates, you have some articles to help you navigate this work kit and to improve your marketing in general. There's also a section to highlight those integrations, which I mentioned before. And then you've got the other useful apps within the Canva ecosystem. And then when you've got the articles in here, you can browse through the different case studies, the webinars, and other videos to really take your knowledge in this area to the next level and learn more about how Canva specifically can help you excel here. Okay, so let's jump into the sales work kit. You've got easy access from here. And this is where Canva comes to the rescue to all of us who really hate being salesy, who don't like selling and need just a little help in this department. But of course, if you're a born salesperson or work in sales already, you will find it useful too, since again, it's designed to speed up your whole workflow. Now, the first section of templates in here is for pitching, and I really, really love this one. We've got a sales pitch deck in here. We've got a sales report. And we also have a relationship building presentation, but I find this collaboration whiteboard really, really amazing. So I'll open this one up for you just to see it quickly. So let's customize this template, and we're in here. Now, as you can see, we've got this whole breakdown of key points to work through when designing a sales pitch for a specific client. So as with all of the whiteboards, you can actually zoom in indefinitely, actually. So I will be able to do it like this. You can see from here, and I'll zoom in on the client overview right here. You've got the priorities in here, the target customers, you've got sales objectives, challenges, measures of success, and you can literally collaborate as a team in real time while, say, on a Zoom call or even in person if you wanted to. So for tips on how to actually use whiteboards, you've got all the tips in here for how to use them. You've got the section in here with the sticky notes and the draw tool. You've got the elements, so you will be able to utilize all of these features in here. Now, by the way, drop me a comment down below if you'd like me to record a tutorial on whiteboards and how you can use them both collaboratively and for yourself. So we can literally from here add sticky notes just like that. So I can add another one like this and move it around. You will be able to just fill out all of these parts to figure out the, sales objectives in here. You've got the value proposition in here. So these are all very important points. You can also, divide work between the different teams. So say I've got very important notes that, or, something actionable that needs to be filled, and we are raising it during the meeting, I would be able to then drag this sticky note into this section so that we all know which team is actually dealing with it. Of course, if it's not for teams and you're only working with a handful of people, you would be able to change this part to say, a specific name, for example, and you can assign these parts to different people. You would be able to also just drag and drop the images, the photos of your teammates to be able to collaborate that way. Apart from that, let's take a look below in here. You would be able to build short-term strategy and long-term sales strategy. You can include client resources in here. So within Canva, I can actually embed important assets right into it. So you would be able to just go into apps in here, and I'm not going to scroll down. I can just say embed. And from here, I can use this embed feature, and you can embed anything from a public Google Drive link. You can link up a YouTube video, for example, or any other assets that are embeddable. You would be able to just paste the link in here, and you can literally just embed it right into this whiteboard for very easy access later. You would be able to, enter links in here or upload images. It's such a great way to really work together in a team in real life and have something very tangible in an online sense to show for afterwards. Now you can jump into it at any point afterwards and revise this so you can, change things up. And it's such an amazing way to do all of this easily. Okay, let's jump back into the work kit. We've got the sales work kit in here. And now scrolling down, we have all the other templates for sales proposals. We've got social selling with customer onboarding, which is super, super useful for so many types of businesses. So if you're a social media marketing agency, or you're doing accounting for someone, or even as a law firm, an onboarding process set up easily with checklists or meeting presentations can be done from the sales kit, and this can be customizable to your company. You can then reuse it for any new clients, which is such a powerful way to create an efficient system and really speed up your workflow so that nothing ever gets missed. There's also this customer success section with different templates like quarterly business review. You also have customer feedback or experience brainstorm in here. So again, templates wise, Canva really infused it with all of their know-how as an organization to help you get better in these areas and to smooth out the workflows and inspire you to create more efficient systems. Now below, you also have the articles to get started with this work kit. You've got the apps, again, coming with very useful apps like this integration with HubSpot, actually, our today's sponsor, or you've got the Canva mockups at the very end in here. So of course, any other useful resources are below to guide you further. You would be able to use it all from within this sales kit. Now, in terms of the features useful for sales teams within Canva, something that I want to really highlight is the ability to record and present straight from within Canva. So let me jump into this campaign strategy one. So the presentation features here are so incredible, and I actually always use Canva to present or to run trainings because it's so engaging and fun to do. So let me show you how to do it from here. Now, if you go to the top in here, straight away you see present. But if you go to share and actually go to more, apart from that, you also see it in here, but you've got present and record. You would be able to just jump into the recording studio. So from here, you will be able to set up all the details that you want. And then from here, I literally have my camera right in front of it, so I don't see it. But you can click on this button and you can see that from here, you would be able to start presenting. So this bubble in here appears and you would be able to literally just record through your presentation. And this would be overlaid over your actual presentation. Then you can have notes to all of your designs. So every single page of your design of your presentation can be fitted with these lovely notes, which help you through the presentation. And you can literally just go through it. You can see that all of the animations that were used for this presentation, but if you added any more, they would be visible in here. And you can just use it like this. This is just a very brief demo for you to be able to see how the presentation recording works. Once you're done, you can end the recording in here. It's going to upload it for you, and then you would be able to share this link with anyone else. So, it's so useful for internal communications. But if you ever wanted to share something like this with your client, you would be able to record and present from within Canva as well. And once it's uploaded, you can see that you can copy that link, as I've mentioned before. You can download it, you can save and exit, or you can discard this recording completely. So there are so many different options for you to actually share that recording. Now back to our presentation, Canva is also amazing for visualizing your data. So if you need to add some crucial information in an engaging way to your decks, to your proposals, you can use charts, which you can access from the apps in here. And then when you scroll down, charts are the first option. Now there are so many amazing options. I really love the interactive charts because they really make your presentations look even more dynamic. Let's add this bar race chart in here. So you can see that if I just make it a little smaller so that you can see it clearly, I would be able to enter my data from here. So you can expand this one to see what it looks like from this part. You can change the labels in here, or if you ever wanted to, you would be able to also just completely clear this data from here, or you can upload again your workbook from this panel right here. So if you have anything that you need to present within the presentation, it's very easy to just plug and play from within Canva. You also would be able to customize it. So, if you've got specific brand colors, you would be able to just change things up so that everything appears nice and on brand from within here. So everything's highly customizable. You can change the corners, the spacing, the transparency. You can change the font, for example. So, if I wanted something a little different, I could change it from here. So just like with everything else within Canva, this part is also really customizable. You can add the visible bars from here. So everything is amazing in that regard. You can also toggle to loop that playback forever if you're in a specific presentation. And you can see that this actually is a very, very dynamic chart, which shows the progress over time, I think, in that case. So again, check out these different ones because they're all really fun and really customizable, and it really packs a punch in terms of how visual your presentations are. If you ever need more elaborate data visualization tools, Flourish is an incredibly powerful app that really helps you create really amazing charts. So if I just jump into the apps and go to Flourish, you can type it in here, and from here you would be able to connect your account. It is a separate app that you would have to go to, then create that chart in there. It's very, very powerful, but this is how you would just plug that visualization from within Flourish. I've got one example in here that I would be able to just add. So it's a really cool feature for more elaborate data visualization. Now with the HR Work Kit, you get all the amazing resources to support the human aspect of your organization, whether you're hiring, you're holding important meetings, or nurturing a supportive company culture. Canva helps you with a set of great templates to guide you along the way. Now in here, I want to highlight two great ones that can help you when you're only starting to hire and want to get off on the right foot. Now, first is the company culture presentation to show your new employees what your business is all about. You can share, the story behind it. You can share the mission, the values. There's the community part, and to really foster these connections, starting with a great foundation. And again, because we have this resource here, you can fill it out with your own company colors, with your own logos, and of course, all the crucial bits that I've just mentioned. And when in meetings with your new employees, you can go through this whole presentation to get on the same page and really set the tone for their journey. So you would be able to, from design in here, let me just jump into different styles. And for example, if I wanted to just change the colors like this, I would be able to just do it very easily from here. Now, another one that I want to mention is actually the onboarding plan, and this in the team onboarding section. And from here, this is actually the one. So let's customize this template. And this one is actually a doc. So again, you can fully customize it to reflect your brand, just as with the client onboarding presentation, the sales kit, but you can use these docs with a new hire to help them during their first days. There's a section to include teammates, which I find is super helpful to explain who's the right person to go to for a specific thing, or to explain the structure of the team. There's also the breakdown of key meetings that take place regularly. I also love the systems and tools section because it's a great way to help the employee get access to important apps or get an email address or how to request it actually. Of course, you can adjust these sections as you see fit, but this gives you a good foundation to create your own onboarding document and effortlessly share it each time you work with someone new. You can easily link up important resources or even embed a welcome or a training video to make everything run very smoothly. Okay, okay, I don't want to spend too much time on HR since it's definitely not my area of expertise, but I really wanted to show you that even if you don't have an HR department and are a very small organization, there's still room for efficiency, and Canva helps us here as well with this particular work kit. Now onto the creative ones. Let's jump into templates. Every time it just restarts. So work kits, and from here we've got creative. Now in here, once you scroll down, we also have some incredible templates. So first, we've got this creative brief section with brand research, and we have customer personas. We've got design strategy presentations, super cool. Now below, there's space for creative production planning. So we've got, a budget tracker, for example. We've got a project timeline graph. We've got a campaign asset doc. Then in the project management section, and the very end, we've got this project roles and responsibilities docs to keep everything informed. I really like this creative ideation section in here because it really fosters collaboration. So we have this, creative workshop in here. We've got brand mood board to create the vibe for the campaign. I also love this storyboard in here. Let's actually open it up. Again, you can see that this is a whiteboard, but look how different this one actually is. I feel like it's a fantastic way to come up with a great plan for your video, both as a team, collaboratively, or entirely on your own. I think that using this whiteboard in here would be able to really help you sketch out your scenes. You can literally do it by layering elements from the library in here as you would with a regular design, or you could try to sketch it out using the draw tool like this, for example. But I would admit that would be much easier if you had a graphic tablet, for example, but you could do it like this. You can actually easily add other details like camera angles, for example, your movements. You can map out dialogues, you can plan transitions if you want to. So it's such a helpful tool in your creative process. And again, everything can be done from this particular whiteboard. Back to the creative work kit, there's also a brand guidelines presentation, which is so useful for teams. It's useful for solopreneurs as a crucial reference, and also when you're outsourcing any parts of your business so that your brand is still represented the way it was intended to be. And again, below we have the articles, the apps, and the resources. Now, in terms of the features, I want to jump back into this storyboard in here. I think something that would be really useful to creative teams is this ability to collaborate within whiteboards, because you would be able to invite your clients into them and to encourage them to comment on the vision, or you could hold meetings with these whiteboards as a tool to ideate. You would also be able to create separate brand kits for each creative project or client, so you can just access them from here like this. You can choose the brand kit that you want to use, and then you would be able to easily access all the important assets while mapping out the processes or working on this project. Now, if I jump back to the work kits, we also have work kits for university students and for elementary teachers. Now, it's definitely outside of my area of expertise, but if you are one, a student or a teacher, then I really encourage you to check these out, because Canva is fantastic at supporting education, and I'm sure they created something amazing for you in here too. Thank you again to HubSpot for sponsoring today's video, and I highly recommend you download the Instagram engagement report using the link below. Make sure to watch this video next to learn how to use bulk create for social media and more, and this one to discover things you didn't know you could do in Canva. Now hit that like button and subscribe. It's a great no-cost way to support my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.